In the past few months, Eskom has been rationing power in stages, with stage 6 being the highest. This leaves South Africans without power for up to at least 10 hours a day. The power utility says load shedding stages may reach stage 8 this winter. It says this is due to the anticipated pressure on the power system due to the cold weather.
With the winter season upon us, the power system will be even more constrained. The weather forecasters are anticipating a much colder winter season, as we also saw with the rains in the last couple of days, that there's clear patterns of weather change in our country. And these challenges will result in high electricity demand as heating of our homes and spaces is required.
Eskom says the likelihood of a countrywide blackout is null and void.
We're going into this winter with 3,000 megawatts less capacity than we had during the last winter. However, we will also indicate that if the interventions that we have planned for the winter does not achieve the desired outcomes and your UCLF unplanned outages reaches levels of 18,000 megawatts, then the likelihood of stage 8 load shedding during peaks is extremely high.
At the same time, the power utility pleads with South Africans to use electricity sparingly.
We believe that we can all reduce our electricity consumption by just using what we need. We need to switch off what we do not use at the time. We need to protect the infrastructure that we have. We need to stop illegal connections, stopping the Izinyoga.
The power utility says to mitigate the potential of a blackout, it has to implement the current rolling blackouts. Eskom says it has 20 billion rand for diesel to keep the lights on this difficult winter period. The power utility says load shedding is necessary as well as it is critical to avoid a system collapse. Meanwhile, Makwana says the power utility will act against the former CEO, Andre de Ruyter, for breach of his employment contract. He says de Ruyter disclosed confidential information and violated his fiduciary duties in his new book. Makwana has also accused de Ruyter of violating the Protection of Personal Information and the Public Finance Management Act.
Transgressions in the duration, in the course of publishing this book, transgressions were carried out by an executive who was in a fiduciary position, in possession of proprietary information of a national key point, who himself evaded being vetted by processes that involve our National Security Services Agency. And most importantly, breaches occurred in terms of the Protection of Personal Information Act, various aspects of an executive director's duties as defined in the Companies Act, the PFMA, and his own contract of employment losses on confidentiality.
The power utility says it will soon announce its new CEO following the departure of Andre de Ruyter. Nothando Makutulela, SABC News, Johannesburg.